everybody, are y'all ready? Tell you, I thought I was going to be totally ready, and I ran out of time. So, what we're going to start with tonight is going to be the last part that I was getting prepped here, and we'll see how that goes. I think I know exactly what I'm going to do with it. Let me see if I can find myself on my laptop right quick. Yep, that's not me. Here I am. We'll see how that goes. Oopsie, got my sound up. I was watching a video a while ago. So, hi, Lynn Mott. How are you this evening? I'm so glad you joined me. I've got 2 cards and a project. Hi, Kathy. Glad you made it. Like I was telling Lynn, I've got 2 cards and a project for us to work on tonight. And I have a huge mess on my countertop. Me, I'm doing awesome. It was a great day at work. I was busy. Time flew by. And I like it when it does that. Then I had some running around to do afterwards and came on home and threw some supper together and then jumped in here in my crafty room to see if I could come up with some great projects for us tonight, since I didn't get to get in here over the weekend. So, let's see if anybody else. How's Edna? She texted me this morning. She said she was working and that Dave is doing well, and that's all she had time to let me know. And so that's all I heard from her. So I figure if it was anything other than that, she would have told me. So I'm just having faith that everything is great with her and Dave. Yes, I agree. That is good to hear. I've been very concerned about her and him, you know, him with the surgery, but her, because she just, you know, she just has so much on her, and it concerns me. And the way she's working, that truly concerns me. But anyways, I guess that's what my mama always said. Well, that's L-I-F-E, life. And I used to get so mad when she'd tell me that. But, you know, and I think it was more how she said it instead of this word she said. But anyway. Hi, Weenie. How are you this evening? We are going to jump right on in now. We are going to use this Daisy Delight. You know how awesomely popular it was when it first came out? And I loved it, and I still do. And I've made daisies after daisies after daisies, and then all of a sudden I just didn't make daisies anymore. So I thought, let's make daisies tonight. We're going to use the Daisy Delight and the Daisy Punch. And I think, maybe, I figured out how to get these daisies to cut better. I'm hoping I did. Now watch every daisy I cut tonight be awful. We are going to use some Old Olive and some Daffodil Delight. We are going to use this awesome Delightful Daisy Designer Series paper. I'm going to use the sheet that's got the daisies on it. I like the other side too. It's really pretty. But I really thought I want to use these daisies. And this is cut at, let me go ahead and tell you, this is 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. And then I'm going to use some Daffodil Delight. And I'm going to make my own background on this one. This one is cut at 4 3/4 by 3 1/2. Then, of course, we have our Whisper White thick card base, which is 8 1/2 by 4. No. Hi, Mona. Hi, Barb. 8 1/2 by 5 1/2, and scored at 4 1/4. Okay, I'm going to get this right. Yes. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead, photo card base, score it. I'm going to try and not knock the my phone stand here. Oh, Winnie, that is the Delightful Daisies Designer Series paper. I love it. You know, I go for the papers first, and then I get the stuff to go with it. Sometimes I don't get the stuff to go with it. I just like the papers. I'm a paper person. Just ask Kathy. When Kathy Whitlock had Stampin' Cats, craft store, scrapbooking store, I'd go in there all the time and bought lots and lots and lots of paper. Lots and lots. I love paper. So, we're going to go ahead and we're going to lay this down here. Use some fast fuse and see if I can get this centered pretty good. Okay. Oh, yeah, this is more centered than I thought it was. I didn't think it was, but it is. Go ahead and get the front on. Maybe I'll use some snail. That way if I don't get it straight. I've got both of them thrown out here on my countertop, so I can use just whichever. Yeah, there we go. Now that one's more straight. Now, what we're going to do is we are going to stamp some daisies in Daffodil Delight onto our... Yeah, Kathy, we did collect lots, didn't we? But we're going to stamp our daisies in Daffodil Delight on our Daffodil Delight cardstock. And we're just going to make our own background with it. Doesn't matter, doesn't have to be any certain way, you know, because it's just going to be our background. Piece right there. Alright, now, of course, I've got to do the inside piece also. You know, I can't do just one of them. I just have to get this inside piece looking good too, with some daisies on it. Okay, now, I like that. I like the Daffodil Delight on the Daffodil Delight. Alright, while we've got this open, I'm going to go ahead and I've just got me a scrap of Whisper White, and I'm going to stamp my daisies on here like this. Whoops, I think I might have got that one a little too close. I'm going to do 3 because that way... Hi, Jamie Lynn. Hey, I love you too, sweetie. Jamie Lynn's my niece. She lives in Texas. Anyway, I'm going to do 3. That way, if I mess up one, I've still got one that looks pretty good to go on top, because I'm going to stack these. And so give it some good dimension and give it fullness, you know, good fullness here. I'm going to close this up before I'm wearing Daffodil Delight. All right. Now, I'm going to see if I can get these daisies cut out good. Y'all see that? I'm trying to line it up. It's a little hard because you think, oh boy, I've got that lined up perfect. But you look over there on the other side and it ain't lined up worth the flip. Because see, I had it lined up on the other side really good and this side wasn't worth the flip. Alright, let's try this one. I know at least one out of the 3's got to look good. Let's go to the bottom. Let's go to the end one here. And let's see if we can get this one. This one. My practice one I did 2 of them really good. And that one's not wanting to line up at all. Let's see. Okay. It's not going to either. Let me snip the corner off of this. See if I can come in from this direction and see how that works. We may not have any good daisies for this one. That looks a little better. Ah, look there. It's just trying to eat the paper. Doesn't want to let go of that piece. Alright, now I'm just going to snip this off and see if I can get this one. Maybe this will be the punch of the night here. Let's see. Closer. Doesn't look bad. Doesn't look bad. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with those. Alrighty. Well, my punch don't want to close. There it goes. Let's get it out of the way. Alright. I know I have 3 of these. I can find 2 that looks pretty good. I think they're all about the same. We're going to set them right up there anyway, out of the way for the moment, because we are going to do some stamping on these. This is going to go on the inside, so I'm going to put this inside sentiment on it, and what we are using is the Your Thoughtfulness Brightened My Day, because I'm going to put thank you on the front. And we are going to use, I'm going to tell you what, since I bought my Memento Tuxedo Black ink, I'm really liking it. So I'm going to use it to stamp our inside sentiment, because I want to show you. See, even with the background stamped, you can stamp in black, use black ink to write your message, and it's still going to show up, even though you've got your background inked, because you've used the Daffodil Delight on the Daffodil Delight. And I really like how that popped it out like that. Let me scrub that daisy right there. Now then, for this one, let me close this up for just a moment, because we are going to go with our Old Olive. And we are going to stamp us a stem for our daisy. Phew, man, made a mess on my block. We're going to stamp it about right in the middle and about right there. Let it come off the end of the paper a little bit. Put that off. Close that up, because I sure don't want to be wearing Old Olive. Now we're going to go back to our tuxedo, our Memento Tuxedo Black, and we are going to stamp up, or ink up our thank you, and we're going to stamp it. I think we're going to stamp it about right there. Yes. Look how crisp that's stamped. I really like that. I really, really, really like that. Okay, we're going to close that up and move that over there. Now then, we're going to put these on our card. We're going to start with the inside and put this one. Hi, Susan. How are ya? Glad you got here. We're going to put this right here. Whoopsie, I went off. Did y'all see that? And if I don't get that off of my grid paper, everything's going to be sticking to it. There we go. Because no matter where it's at, even if it's at the edge, everything seems to gravitate to it. It says, come to me. Oh, I'm doing good, Susan. Doing good. Okay, this is for our inside. Now then, this is going to go on our front. Like that. Right there. Now then, decide which daisy looks the best. I'm going to tend to think this one looks the best. So what I'm going to do is get us a glue dot. And we're going to put us a glue dot on this daisy here. Right in the middle. Well, maybe not right in the middle. I'm going to bend our petals back. This is going to help giving it some dimension also. Then we're going to rotate our daisy so our petals are between each other, like this. Get it in the center. Now then, let me fix my petals back the way I had them. Now, we're going to get us a dimensional and put on here. Just one's all you need, right in the middle. Okay. Put it right up here at the top of our stem. Then we're going to take some of these pearls and we're going to put them in the center. We're going to use our piercing tool. It works perfect for this. I'm going to put one right in the middle and then start going around. Normally, I like to use our great big old clear faceted gems to put in the center of my daisies, but I've got it on a dimensional already, and if I put that on there, it's going to make it really come way up higher than what I would want it to. And I mean, you know, it'd really make a big bump in the envelope, probably would tear it with that much dimension. So I'm just going to use some of these pearls and fill in the center of our daisy with these white pearls. And that one wants to get away. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yep, 8. That's what I was thinking. It's going to take 8. 7 around the outside and one right smack dab in the middle. Now then, a real easy, simple, quick, is if you can get your daisies to punch right. Thank you card. There we have it. I like the pearls too, Barb. I don't use them enough. That's my problem. I don't use my bling enough. I don't know why. I love bling, but I think I just get busy and don't think about it sometimes. But I thought I've got to have something in the middle. And I didn't want the faceted gem, so I think the pearls look really, really good. What do y'all think? I think maybe we need a little Winka Stella on here. What do y'all think about that? Let's sparkle up these petals here with some Winka Stella. I mean, we don't have to totally cover them. Just get some sparkle on here. Oh, what is that? Got something on it. Okay. I'm liking it sparkledy. What do y'all think? Bling and sparkle. Ooh, yes. There. Thank you, Weenie. Can you color the pearls with the markers? You know, I bet you can. I have not tried it, but I bet you can. I'll have to try that one. That will be one I really will have to try and see if we can do that. But anyway, there is our first card, and it is a thank you card. Thank you. Your thoughtfulness brightened my day. Real simple, real quick, but I really, really like it. Okay, now, let me set things over here out of the way and see what we can do next for our next project. Tell you, I have got a huge mess on my countertop. Huge, 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 huge mess. Alrighty. I think we will go ahead and make our second card. And we'll save our project for last. Thank you, Jamie. I'm glad you like it, sweetie. Hi, Carrie. Oh, Sharpies on the pearls? Yeah, that would probably work. Yep, that would probably work. Alrighty. Let's see, we're going to make us a Christmas card. I'll tell you what, I'm going to demo Christmas cards enough to maybe I'll have all my Christmas cards ready by Christmas. Maybe. Alrighty, we're going to use an oldie but goodie for this too. I mean, you know, to use these good things that we've got in our collection that we set aside and don't use when the new things come out. So I'm going to use the Flurry of Wishes. I'm going to use the Snow Flurry Punch. I'm going to use the Lots of Labels Frameless Dies. Let me see what else I'm going to use. I'm going to use some metallic shapes. I'm going to emboss with the Winter Wonder Textured Impressions Embossing Folder. Our base is basic black, 8.5, 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. We'll fold that in a minute. Our Whisper White pieces are 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. Then I have some scraps of Dazzling Diamonds that I am going to punch our snowflakes from. So what we will start with is our embossing. And we are going to emboss one piece of this Whisper White. Now what I'm going to do is use my spritzer, and I'm going to moisten my cardstock. In hopes that it doesn't crackle. And tell you what, every time I've used this thing this afternoon, I have thrown the lid somewhere. And this time I've thrown it somewhere and I don't even see it. I took it in the bathroom to fill up and put some more water in it. Threw it in the floor in there. I threw it in the floor in here before I left the room with it. And boy, I just threw it thin and I don't know. Set it up here. Alrighty. Now I'm going to show you how we're going to emboss this. Sometimes these a little bit deeper embossing folders, if you will spritz it with some water, it helps it to not crackle. Let me change my plates here and get my Big Shot over here. Here we go. Alrighty. I have my Big Shot platform. I have one clear plate. I am going to put our cardstock right in here in the embossing folder. Let's try and get it, the snowflake centered pretty well. That looks pretty good. And we're going to lay that there. I just wanted to go with it. And we're going to lay our other clear plate on top, and we're going to run it through our Big Shot. I don't know if y'all can hear the telephone ringing or not. We have an election tomorrow, and I just want it. They want everybody to know. Vote for me, vote for me, vote for me. I'm glad when it's over. Our phone never rings like this until an election. And there we are, look there. Didn't crackle it or anything. It gave it a good embossing. Yep, that's the side. This is the side we're going to use. This is the deboss side. This is the emboss side. I love how that turned out. I think it turned out wonderful. Wonderful. I love it. It's wonderful. Now we are going to punch our snowflakes. Now I found, excuse me, I'm burping my supper a little bit here. Sorry about that. These, lots of times you can use, use your cardstock, put it in here, squeeze your punch, and it'll punch it out. Hey, Lynn Scott. But with this Dazzling Diamonds cardstock. You turn it over and mash it down. And I'm turning it over this way so I can make sure that I've got it in the right spot, because I did my first one and it was on the edge of the Dazzling Diamonds. There we go. See, I moved it. That's what I did the first time. And here I am doing it again. I need to... This is what I've been doing. Okay, let's see if I can do better with these. Let me hold this down a little better. Maybe I can. Maybe it won't move. There it goes. And now, you get the other, because I want 3 big snowflakes and 3 small snowflakes. I think. Yes, that's what I'm going to use. Okay. Oh, and I'll tell you, it's hard to push a punch through this because it's thick and it's got this glittery all over it. But it makes such pretty glittery snowflakes. See? Love that. Just love that. Now, let me close my punch up. Let's see. Alright, that still needs to dry some. Okay. We're going to go ahead and stamp the inside of our card. And the inside, we are going to stamp it with the Be Filled with Wonder, Be Touched by Peace, Believe in the Miracle. And that's what I'm going to stamp on the inside with the Memento Tuxedo Black ink. Okay. Let's see if I can get this lined up pretty good. Yes, that did good, I think. Let me put some more mist on my scrubber here and scrub that. Okay. Then we are going to take a scrap of Whisper White. What did I do with my scrap? I had a scrap. I don't know what happened to it. Let me cut me another one here. Okay, here's my scrap. Now, for the front, we are going to use the Merry Christmas from the Flurries of Wishes. And I'm just going to stamp it like that. Clean that off right quick. And then we are going to put the lid back on the Memento here. Move this stuff out of the way because we're going to get a big shot again, but we're going to go back. I'm going to use the magnetic plate. One clear plate. This is where our lots of labels come in. I'm using this third from the smallest. To take our Merry Christmas. I'm going to try and get this as even as I can on both sides so that it will be right in the center. Put our other clear plate on top. Boy, I'm going to have to change place. That's got sticky on it and everything. These look pretty terrible. Pretty terrible. Run it through. Okay. Alright, set our big shot back over here out of the way. That's all we're going to use it for tonight. And there's our Merry Christmas. Cut out and looking pretty. I think it cut really well. I'm pleased with it. I'm almost right smack dab in the middle with it. Alrighty. We're going to get our, we're using basic black base. 8.5, 5.5 scored, 4 1/4. We're going to go ahead and fold it Give it a nice good crease. I'll tell you what, if every bit of my cardstock creased and laid down as good as this basic black does, that'd be pretty awesome. I mean, look how nearly flat. Lays nearly flat. I tried to get my Whisper White to lay flat like that, but it won't. But anywho's, there we are for that. So I'm going to go ahead and we are going to put our inside in. Like this. Right here. Just, whoopsie. Like this, center it. I think using the basic black as the card base really makes everything else pop out on this card. Alright, now, because I embossed this, you really do need to use some good adhesive, and that's why I'm going to use the Fast Fuse, because it holds better than any of this. Holds a whole lot better than the snail does. So I'm going to give it a good little coat there. Now I have to be really careful when I put it down, so I don't get it where I don't want it. See if I can get this centered with a nice small border. I think that's going to look pretty good. There we go. All right. Okay. Now our snowflakes are coming in to play. We are going to get some dimensionals. And we're going to pop up our snowflakes here. One on the back of each of these small snowflakes. Pull the backing off. Hi, Gloria. How are you? Glad you could make it. I hope y'all are seeing me, because it look. Oh no, I know why I can't see me. Never mind. Duh. I had a moment there. My granddaughter would probably say a Mimi moment, meaning Mimi's aged. That's okay. She says it with love, so. All right, we're going to put us some dimensionals on our sentiment here. I'm going to use 3 because I'm going to put it on top in the middle of our snowflake. Just like this. Then we are going to use these clear metallic shapes, and we're going to use the round ones. Excuse me. And I'm going to use this size right here. I'm going to put one on this end, and I am going to put one on this end, and then I am going to put I'm going to put a bigger one right down here. That we're going to put, well, come on, I think I'm going to put that one right there. And then we've got these 3 big snowflakes left over. We're going to put some Fast Fuse on them. Just a little bit, don't need a whole lot. And we're going to put them down here in this corner. Just like that. Because I'm not wasting these awesome snowflakes. I want to use them. Ta-da! Okay. Now, what do y'all think? Merry Christmas! Hi, Sandy. Glad you could make it. Thank you. I'm pleased with it. I like the white on the black. and the black on the white with the sentiments, the little clear enamel shapes, and the dazzling diamond snowflakes. Ooh, gives it sparkle. Gives it sparkle. Love it. Love it. Thank you, Barb and Lynn. And Lynn. Thank y'all very much. Y'all are so sweet. So sweet. Okay. Now, are y'all ready for the project? Okay. A good stamping friend of mine, her name is Laquita, made a bag that I just loved. I mean, I loved this bag. And she did a video, and that is what I'm going to make. I am going to make this bag. And we are going to use, take a wild guess, what is my most favorite? Thank you, Jamie. Well, thank you, Gloria. Which one is my most favorite? It's down set right now. Yes, Painted Harvest. I'm going to use it, and I'm going to use the Label Me Pretty. We are going to use the Pretty Label Punch for this. We are also going to use the Starburst Punch for this. And okay, we are going to use one of these gold binder clips. You get 10 of these in here. I like them. Don't use them a whole lot, but I like them. I like them. We're going to use our Wink of Stella on this card too. Or not on this card, on this project. Okay, now I'm going to move some things around here. And I need me another block. My blocks have gotten so dirty, and I don't know how in the world I got them that dirty. I think I'm going to have to get them in there in the kitchen and give them a good scrubbing again. I did that not too awful long ago, but boy, you can't tell by looking at them that I did. I mean, I've been cleaning them with my, put that one catty cornered on there. Been cleaning them with my scrubber, but just, I don't know. Excuse me, let me get me a baby wipe. My fingers feel dirty, dirty, dirty. So, I want to clean my fingers here. And we are going to use the Simply, see exactly what it's called. Simply Scored Scoring Tool from Stampin' Up. Don't use this thing enough. I love it, but I usually score my cards with my trimmer, but for this project, I'm going to use this because I want my score lines that I'm going to do perfect. So I'm going to set that right there for the moment. We are going to be using crumb cake, saffron, crushed curry for our sunflower. And going to get some of this stuff moved out of the way for the moment. And what I'm going to do first is we're going to do our stamping first. This is just a scrap piece that I grabbed that I'm going to use. And in fact, I have 2 scrap pieces. I'm going to do our sunflower first. Crushed curry. Let me see. This one is the saffron. All right. The bottom of our sunflower. Where's the bottom? There. I am going to do in the crushed curry. Get it going in the right direction here that I want it to go in. Just like that. And then we're going to use the top and the saffron. Get it right there. Ooh, boy, I stamped that one pretty good. I'm pleased with myself for that. Let me close these up before I don't like what I end up doing. Alrighty, let me get my crumb cake, and that's going to be our dot in the middle of our sunflower. Right there. Okay. Now, we are going to take this piece here, and we're going to use, let me see. Saffron, crushed curry. I'm not sure which one I want. I think I want the crushed curry. If I don't like it, we can always flip it over since it's two-sided. There we go. Yep, that's what I wanted. That's what I wanted. Okay, we did this shape, and then we are going to use, this is our shape, and then we're going to use You're the Best. And yes, I'm going to get You're the Best right in there. It might not be stamped the best, but it's going to be there. Been having pretty good luck with this. Okay, it's crooked-edged a little bit, but I'm not going to worry about it. It'll be alright. It'll be alright. Now then, we're going to take our Starburst punch. We're going to go ahead and we're going to punch out our sunflower. Let me trim a little bit of this off. It's a little bit too far from the edge. I want to be able to get my punch up there and punch it. There we go. Yeah. That looks pretty good. Punch that out. Okay. Close that one. Now we're going to get our pretty label. And we're going to open it. It's crooked on here, but I think it's okay. We can get it evened up in here. I'm going to punch that out. You're the Best. Put that label punch out. Up. Okay, now we're going to move things out of the way because we don't need any of this anymore. So I'm going to move it over here out of the way. And I am going to get our scoring, or simply scoring board here. And what we are going to do, I have a piece of Painted Autumn Designer Series paper that I am going to use. Oh, and these were very vanilla that I stamped on. Anyway, it is cut. I used a 12 by 12 sheet and I cut it in half. So it makes it 12 by 6. And, thank you, Mona. I think it works great with it. So we're going to start, and we're going to put the long side here, like this. Okay. We're going to take our little scoring tool that comes with the scoring board, and we're going to do our first score at 4 1/4. And I'm not going to bear down on it because this is Designer Series paper and it's thinner than our cardstock. But I wanted to make sure that I know where my score line is. Then I'm going to go to 5 3/4, which is right here. 1, 2, 3, yep. And I'm going to score it right there. Then I'm going to go down here to the 10. I don't know if I'm getting out of your view or not. I'm going to try and scoot down here. Here to the 10. Score it there. Then we're going to go to the 11 1/2. And we're going to score it right there. Then we're going to flip it around and get the short side right here. And what we're going to do here is we are going to score it at 4 1/2. Right down through here. And I know I'll probably go out of the view of the camera with this one. And anyway, it goes all the way down. All the way down. Okay. Now, this is going to be our bag. So we are going to start with we're going to start creasing our score lines. Every one of them. Crease the score lines. See, one thing I like about this paper is there's no top and bottom to it, because it can work for either way, even on the back side if you wanted to use the back side. But I love the sunflowers, so I decided I'm just going to use the sunflower side. Okay, now what we are going to do is I'm going to take my snips, if I can find where I laid them, in this little piece right here on this thinner piece that we scored. I am going to cut it out like this. Just take it away. We don't need it. Then I'm going to take this, my scissors, my snips here, and snip me an angle right there. Then, every one of my score lines here on the bottom, I am going to snip. I'm not going to snip them off. I'm just going to snip them up to this score line right here. Like that. There's just 3 of those to do. See, just like that. Now this is going to form the bottom of our bag. Okay? Now, what we're going to do next is we're going to take it the side that this is going to be my outside, so I'm going to put me some fast fuse on this little piece right here. And see there, I knew that's what I was going to do. That's what I do every time. Get fast fuse on my grid paper. Then I'm going to take it and I'm going to lay it right here. Then I'm going to bring this piece over here. Make sure that it's even. It's flat. Lay it down and press it. That gets our bag together. Now this, where I've put the bag together, is going to be in the back. So I'm going to take my small flaps, put them here, pull this flap in because I want this flap to be in the back also with the seam. So I'm going to put fast fuse on this flap also. And this is going to form the bottom of our bag. Pull it up, set it down. You can use your bone folder, press it in there, and make sure that it sticks really well. Now, there's our bag. Then we're going to take, so you could take your bag and pinch it together and just kind of press. You don't want to press hard because you don't want to tear it, but just kind of press the sides. Anyway, and then just kind of pinch it. Kind of pinch it like that. Then we are going to take our sunflower. And we are going to sparkle this baby up with our wink of Stella. We're just going to sparkle it up. Sparkle it up, sparkle it up. Ooh. Some of the crumb cakes wanting to run with the wink of Stella. I don't want it to run with it. Maybe I can pull it back this way a little bit. Yeah. Okay, get that off of my wink of Stella, and look there. Sparkle, sparkle, sparkle. Ooh wee! I love it. Okay. Now, I'm going to flip this over, and yes, dimensional time. Get us some dimensionals on here. We'll put 3. Now, yeah, this little bag will hold quite a bit of stuff. Be neat for gift card or some jewelry. If you do it in Christmas designer series paper, be great for some candy for the grandkids. You know, things like that. Be great. Okay, now we are going to position our sunflower right here. We're going to use fast fuse on the You're the Best. And we are going to put it right here, like that. Then we are going to take our clip and, what did I do with it? This crumb cake, classic ribbon. I'm going to take some of it, and we are going to make a bow. And I'll tell you. See, this is going to hold our bag closed. If I can get it right in the center. Get it right in the center. And then I'm going to get our ribbon in here. If I can. Let me angle that ribbon. That way it'll slip through a lot easier. Because I'm going to cut it anyway. It's not going to matter. Now, can do this better if I turn it upside down. So I'm going to turn it upside down. Leave the fast fuse out of the way. I'm going to tie. And then we're going to tie a bow. Just like this. Now, you know, I don't want the bow that huge. So we're going to tweak this bow some. Okay. I'm going to tweak it some. Let some of it come this way. I want this part right here to come down this way. There we go. Come on. I want this one to come behind it. Now. Alright. We're going to trim our bow down with at an angle here. And now then, we have a nice little gift bag. Put anything you want in it, just as long as it's not too big. Oh, well, thank you very much, Ricky. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you, Mona and Barb. I just love this little bag. I just love it. I can see myself making a whole bunch of these. You know, just in different designer series papers. Could you imagine in all the different designer series papers that we have, making a bag from every one of them? Would that not be cool? And using the different ribbons on it. Oh, man. I'll probably have to try that. But anyway, there we are. We've got our Daisy thank you card with our stamped Daisy on our Daffodil Delight. We have our Christmas card with our punch, not our punch, but our embossing of the snowflake and our wonderful dazzling diamond snowflakes. Love those things. Love those things. And then our gift bag. So there y'all have it for this evening. I am so glad y'all came by. I thank you very much. Thank you, Winnie. I'm glad you liked the bag. And you too, Barb, Mona, everybody. I'm just so thankful that y'all come and watch me and put up with me and put up with my goofs and everything that I do on here on Monday evenings. And I'm going to tell y'all, this Saturday I will not be on Edna's page because the grandson has a ball game. So we'll be watching his ball game. But I will be back here next Monday evening at 7 Central. I'll come up with something pretty good for y'all. I'll try and think of something. I'll be off Wednesday, so maybe I can work on some stuff to show y'all next Monday. I've got one thing that I'm wanting to show y'all, but I've got to practice first because I haven't even made one myself yet. So I've got to practice it and see how good I am with it. And if I'm pretty good, I'm going to show y'all. next Monday. So that'll be one thing I know I'm going to be working on Wednesday. So I'm going to surprise you. I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to make. So y'all are very welcome. Y'all just make me feel so good. Thank you very much. Y'all please keep my, Edna and Dave in your prayers. I know he's doing pretty good, but I know Edna's got to be worn out. And so y'all keep them in your prayers. I want y'all to have a wonderful week. And I will see y'all next Monday. Night.